Welcome back everyone for another adventure. Today we're going to be testing out the Antarctica mat, specially designed for use in snow and not on sand or even in your hammock. Unlike any other sleeping mat I've seen, it's not inflatable and it's not a solid core foam mattress. The materials used are purely synthetic, something called reflectatherm, which reflects your body heat back towards you, and also a nice Softie insulation from Snugpak. Today's weather is supposed to be really mild at 18 degrees Celsius this evening, all night until about 6-7 o'clock in the morning, where it goes down to about 13 degrees. Tonight there's a storm front moving in from France, so we're going to be expecting strong winds and maybe even a bit of rain. So I'm going to batten down the hatches by staking out my hammock tarp nice and taut. Let's go through the bag, get everything out ready to set up. Titanium stove pot, absolutely beautiful job. This one's made by Camping International. Next out I've got some tent pegs and a couple of bits of paracord. Headlamp, that's normally in the top compartment, ready to grab. Ground sheet, I always like to set that up before my large 3x3 tarp. This is called an all-weather shelter G2. I really like that one. It's a diamond pattern tarp, purely for hammock camping. It's lovely. Hammock itself, jungle hammock with a bug mosquito net. How I separate the mosquito net is with a couple of sticks. I just whittle down at each end, then I simply put arrow knocks on the end of these pointy sticks to keep an efficient separation of the mosquito net. Out next is all my tree straps, accessories, and even the sap wrap protective tape for the hammock strap. That does an awesome job of protecting your tree straps from getting too sappy around pine trees. The blanket I'm using today is a Snugpak Jungle Blanket XL. Absolutely beautiful, never had any issue, especially in warm, moderate climate like this. 18 degrees tonight. It should do me rather well. Couple of pillows just for under the back of my knees when I'm in the hammock, so I don't get cramp or anything if I accidentally stretch into a cocoon shape in the night. Last but not least, you have the Antarctic mat. As I say, it's insulation. I'm really looking forward to trying this out. 560 grams, so it's a moderate weight. It packs down. Yeah, it can squash right down. It does feature Velcro strips right the way around the circumference, so then you can double it up with 2 of these for a nice little sleeping bag or whatever you want to do. I'm really looking forward to using this sleeping mat. It's quite strange having an insulation underneath you instead of an air mattress type thing, but I'll see what it's like tonight in the hammock. If it stops all the wind and everything from taking my body heat away, I'll let you know. I've finally set up my hammock. I've got a couple of little tips and tricks to show you a minute ago. The sticks for the bow knocks holding in there, and also this nice little bit of string with a little cheap clip on the end. I just put on the hammock up there to keep it up. That does a brilliant job of keeping it out of my way, so I can just have a clearer, more tranquil view of nature. On one of the tree straps behind me, I've put some blue sap wrap. Sap wrap is now an essential bit of gear I take with me every time I go hammock camping. It simply protects your tree straps in your hammock from all the nasty pine sap and resins. You get roughly 30 metres, which is more than enough for a good couple of years hammock camping. Recently I've been getting quite a few emails and comments below underneath my videos regarding my Van Nicholas Revelstoke mountain bike. This is a titanium frame bike with a SRAM Eagle group set and hydraulic disc brakes. It's an absolutely cracking bike to ride off-road through the gravel, dirt tracks or sandy lanes. In the future I really want to work with Van Nicholas Cycles on their Rotard bicycle. It's an off-road gravel beast. Right, so let's get the pots and pans ready to cook on. This is what I'll boil my water in. This is from a company called Camping International. Very useful, and I highly recommend it. Nice little handle on the top so you can lift it on and off the fire easy, or even prop it up above the fire with a stick or something. That's very nice and handy. In there I'm going to cook 2 of these, just dehydrated pasta meals. I'm going to have 2 of them, which is 64 grams each, 128 grams sorry, for both packets. Good carbohydrate in that, and lots of flavour, so lovely job. This cup here, old titanium one, made by a company called Keith, 550 mils. This one's 600 mils. That fits really nicely in there, and both lids fit on without issue at all. This one's for coffee, this one's for cooking. I'll fill that with water and hop on the fire for 5 minutes. I've just made myself a coffee, and there's just enough left in the water container for the in the pot, sorry, for the snack shop dehydrated pasta. Oh, I can't wait to get stuck into this. That'll be so nice. What I'm going to do now is stir this, give a good mix in, make sure there's no powder left at the bottom, no residue stuck to the side, or it won't taste too nice, will it? Then I'm going to leave that 5 minutes with the lid on while I drink my coffee. 5 minutes later, it's turned into pasta. Lovely job, get in my belly. This year, 2020, is the first year I've tried these dehydrated meals, any kind of them. Obviously I've eaten rice and pasta before, but these pre-ready-made microwavable whip meals are just a trick for my bike packing adventures. And not too bad. Chuck a bit of meat in there, there's your protein for recovery. Lovely job. It's beautiful here in the woods this evening. It's now getting dark. Over that way, just off camera, excuse me, there's a beautiful sunset through the trees. Who put me on to dehydrated meals was a guy named Simon, bloke in the woods. Link up the top to his channel, massive thumbs up and shout out to you, Simon, for all your helpful tips and tricks throughout the years. You are a literal one-stop shop for anything outdoors near enough, and you present your videos in a down-to-earth, realistic and pleasant way to watch. So cheers, thank you. It's now a little bit darker and a little bit cooler. Not too many clouds yet, no rain clouds as such. Wind's picked up a bit to a whopping 10 miles an hour. So yeah, looks like a good night ahead. Good morning everyone. It's currently 10:30 in the morning. I've slept in a bit, which is good. I've just brewed a nice coffee. So thanks for all your donations, boys and girls, towards beer and coffee. At around 4 o'clock this morning, it started hammering it down rain. So I quickly jumped out of my hammock, chucked up the tarp and got back in. So exactly how did this cope last night? Absolutely perfect. I had no issue with it. Kept me nice and insulated and warm. It slipped down from my shoulders a couple of times in the night, but that was just me wriggling about in the night a little bit too much. So yeah, once you have a nice comfy position in your hammock, adjust the mat underneath, lovely job. I'm really surprised it actually worked, to be honest. I was 99% sure that it would just not work because it's insulation and you know you can compress it, but no. Magic. I hope you enjoyed this quick overnighter testing out the Antarctica mat from Snugpak. If you like this sort of video, go ahead and subscribe. We've got much better quality content coming up in the next few months and throughout the next year. So yeah, till next time, stay safe and I hope you find peace in the woods. Now we've got helicopters coming over. It's going to be the day today.